fuel efficiency. What if you could create tomorrow's hybrids from the shells of yesterday's gas guzzlers? A company called Alt-E out of Michigan has a way to do that, and expired warranties aren't a problem for them either. They're actually... Jeff DeFrank is the co-founder and chief technology officer for Alt-E. He's joining us live from Farmington Hills, Michigan. Jeff, good to see you. In very simple terms, non-technical terms, tell me what you're
looking at light commercial vehicles like pickup trucks and vans, and we'll take those things that are about 5 to 10 years old, and so they're newer vehicles, and maybe they're off warranty, so they have between 50,000 miles on it, where they still have a bit of life left. You know, oftentimes these commercial vehicles will run for 200,000 miles plus. Most of these are going to be gas engines because and we're turning them into a range extended electric vehicle. So you'll drive most of the time on a, and when the batteries run down a bit, you'll have that gas generator on board to generate the electricity to charge the batteries back up. So theoretically, you could keep driving forever as long as you have gas, or you could plug it in at night and conserve energy that way. So typically we're looking at 15 miles per gallon, and we're turning it into a vehicle that will get up to, depending on your driving style, 40 to 60 miles per gallon.
Right, okay.
They said it's too powerful for you to handle.
Hey, that...
Just take care of it. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people who hate your lot. Okay.
So looking across the country and the world, the stockpile of inefficient, polluting vehicles is colossal. The number of vehicles on the planet right now is estimated to be something like 550 million. And the opportunity for a Michigan company to be the leader in retrofitting in the old petroleum fleets of the world is exhilarating, but we must move quickly. So within this factory alone, Alt-E will be generating 305 jobs and purchasing over $1.6 billion of components. So to further the goal of electrification of transportation, we are delighted to announce that the federal government has just approved the formation of a special investment tool called the Green Detroit Regional Center, spanning 6 counties in southeast Michigan. Now, this program may be unfamiliar to many of you, but it's a special tool, created by the government that will serve to attract foreign investment capital. And Mr. An, Simon An, our third and largest investor here for Alt-E, has been shepherding this through the federal government channels for, I think, 5 months and just working tirelessly. So we're indebted to him for his persistence in closing it.
As the sign says, there'll be some 300 jobs, some 1,100 other jobs throughout the community as well. And, this is such an incredible factory floor. It's so slippery, spanking new and shiny. You got to be very careful as you walk. But just think, in a year, it's going to be humming with a lot of activity and providing good.
My name is John Thomas. I'm the founder and CEO of Alt-E, along with my 2 other co-founders from Tesla Motors. I'll describe a little bit about my background, the technology, and then thank everyone who's involved in the GDRC investment program with Simon An. So my background is essentially 30 years in automotive. I'm a mechanical engineer undergrad and an MBA. I worked at major car companies like General Motors and Ford for roughly 16 years, and then moved out into the supply base after that for the last 14 years. 2 boxes that simulate lithium-ion batteries. We essentially have 20 kilowatt hours of batteries that propel the vehicle for the first 40 miles before the generator set kicks on. So shown here schematically is the 2 battery packs. When they reach a 20% state of charge, they're essentially depleted, and that sends a signal to the engine up front. This is a modified engine to operate in a very high efficiency. The beauty of Alt-E's system is we're actually able to utilize many of the existing components that came with the vehicle, and therefore lowering the total cost. Ability to perform at a 14,000 pound gross vehicle weight duty cycle. And so that can power a full-size truck as I described here, but it also can power a complete shuttle bus that is shown behind us. I'd like to thank Simon Ahn and applaud him for forming the Green Detroit Regional Center that is the source of much of our initial capital to launch the company. And working with him, I'd also like to thank Mr. Hong at the KIDC, along with Peter Jensen in his investment stimulation activity in China. That summarizes all I wanted to say, so thank you very much for your attention, and we look forward to meeting you in the future.